What up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you guys. This is season number 12, episode 9. The episode is titled Calamity, Jayne, you guys. Now, before we go ahead and just get into this review, if you guys are watching this or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't yet subscribed, then I'm going to need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications. And you guys, with that out the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? So we pick up this episode and we're still at Garcelle's party, and we still have Kyle, Sutton, and whatever her name is, Diana. They're talking. So you guys saw all the mess that happened last week after the episode aired. So you guys know last Wednesday on Watch What Happens Live, Garcelle was on there, and Andy asked her some questions about Diana, and she called Diana uneducated, and then Diana went on her Instagram or Twitter, whichever one, I don't know which one it was, but she took to social media and she decided that she wanted to address Garcelle. And when she addressed Garcelle, it was basically a situation of, I've done this for you people, I've done that for you people. It was giving that feel. So then Renna decided that she wanted to get on her social media, on her Instagram, and go on her Instagram stories and discuss it as well. She's like, she called the fans pussies and hoes, because she was talking about the fact that they've been with Garcelle on there. I knew that this was gonna be a thing when they added Garcelle to the cast, because you could definitely see it season 10 that the ladies did not want to have any kind of issues with Garcelle because they didn't want to be labeled a racist for going after the black woman. So that's basically what Renna said. Anytime someone goes at Garcelle because she's a black woman, don't say she's a race. Don't say that they're racist. If you got an issue with that, you hoes can go watch The Real Housewives of Dubai. Now, people say that she was saying Real Housewives of Dubai because it has 3 black women on there. I know Ayan said something to her, tweeted her. I know Lisa said something, and I know Caroline Brooks said something. My thing with Caroline Brooks is I hope that you had that same energy for the racist that is on your show, but that's neither here nor there. So then Renna, I know she came out and she apologized for it. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck. To be quite honest with you, just keeping it real with you guys, I don't care. I don't. Because I mean, people like, she didn't say Atlanta and she didn't say Potomac. She couldn't say watch Potomac because Potomac isn't on, and Atlanta, that comes on Sunday. I mean, she could have said Atlanta, but I think I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about Renna and that situation. We can discuss it in the comment section. So back to this episode. We talk about Sutton. So you guys remember the last week's episode, Sutton called Diana soulless, and Kyle said don't call her soulless. Well, what the fuck else can she call her? So Kyle says, she had a miscarriage. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, so what does her having a miscarriage have to do with her being soulless? And then Sutton was like, well, I had 2 miscarriages as well. And you guys know how Diana feels. She feels that Sutton is doing these things to make it about herself. And you guys know I don't see it for Sutton, but that's not exactly what Sutton is doing. What Sutton is doing is trying to relate to this ignorant ass woman, but the woman is not letting her do it. So when Sutton said that she had a miscarriage, Kyle was like, I never heard that. Well, there are probably a lot of things about Sutton that you don't know. Like, who just goes around saying freely and shit like that? Oh, I had a miscarriage. Oh, I had a miscarriage. Who does that? And then my thing with Kyle was, what was Kyle's intent? Like, I didn't understand what Kyle's intentions were. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me what Kyle's motives were. But hey, so then, Sutton, she ended up crying. I was like, oh God, Sutton, I'm gonna need you to pick one. Either you're gonna be a badass or you're gonna be a wimp. Because I wouldn't give Diana the satisfaction of me crying in front of her. It just wouldn't happen. So then after that, we see drunk I don't know what Erica was, but Erica was flirting with Garcelle's son. What is his name? Oliver. Mind you, Oliver is married, and she's asking him, is he married? She's asking about a threesome. I was like, damn, you have no shame, do you? Like, literally, Erica has zero shame. I was like, that is sad. That is the saddest shit I've ever saw in my life. So then, as the party's winding down, they were talking about, I guess there were some flowers there, and people were gonna take the flowers. So Garcelle's son, one of her twins, I think it's Jax, that came in, and it was Crystal in there. It was Crystal, Erica, and Dorit. And Erica's like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. I was like, it ain't that deep. He's a kid, and even not sudden, but Crystal's like, you know what? Come on, let's get out of here. And Dorit, oh, I know Erica is drunk, but if that were she wouldn't. The thing is, they don't call Erica. They didn't call nobody. I get it. Erica is drunk, but no one wants to call Erica out. Like the fuck? I would have said to Erica like, yo, E, calm down. He's a kid. He's probably coming back for his mama. He was coming back because his mama said, come and get the damn flowers. And you tell him to get the fuck out. Like, what? I wanted Erica to just go to hell. I really want her to go to hell. So you guys, let's pause. Before we pause here, Garcelle then came back in and she told Erica like, yo, Erica, you hurt Jax's feelings and that was rude and out of line. Which 100% it was rude and it was out of line. So we're going to pause here, you guys, and we're going to move forward. So next up, you guys, let's talk about Garcelle. So we see Garcelle. So Garcelle, I believe she was on the set of The Real because she asked them how many episodes were they shooting today. They said 2. So she's sitting down, she's in hair and makeup, and she's talking to her makeup artist. She's talking about the party. They're talking about Kyle. I forgot to say this in last week's review. When it comes to Kyle, Kyle's even going to give y'all a ponytail flip. She's going to always flip. If she got a ponytail, she's going to flip that ponytail, or she's going to give you the splits, which she gave you the splits. And she, not Renna. Why do I want to say Renna? Garcelle says, yeah, she was wiping the floor with her vagina. I was like, ugh. I mean, okay, I got you. So then she talks about Erica. Now the makeup artist, he loves drunk Erica. Garcelle is not very happy with Erica, and rightfully so. I mean, you sat there and flirted with Oliver, who's married, asking him about a threesome, and then with her 14-year-old son, you tell him to get the fuck out. So yes, she's gonna have to have a conversation with Miss Jayne, and I'm all here for it. So I'm gonna pause here, you guys, and we're gonna move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Crystal. So we see Crystal. Crystal, she's out working. She's out boxing with her trainer, and who is to join her? You guessed it, Dorit. I was like, oh my God, Dorit. So Crystal thinks that this is a good idea for Dorit, especially after I was about to do Eric. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be nice. She feels like this is a good idea for Dorit after the robbery, the break-in, so she can learn self-defense. I think men and women, and more specifically, I think women benefit a lot from taking a self-defense class. So that way, if you're ever in a position where you have to defend yourself, you know how to. So the guy was telling them, if you got your nails, scratch at their eyes, knee them. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm cool with them doing the self-defense class. But the issue that I then have with the self-defense class is none other than Dorit. Because for me with Dorit, it just feels like Dorit is going to continue to egg this situation on about the robbery. PK, he's going to London, but he was in London the last time it happened, and I'm not really okay right now. Okay, Dorit. Girl, whatever you say. Whatever you say. I thought we had moved past this, but obviously we are still dealing with Dorit and this goddamn break-in. But let's keep moving, you guys. So let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and just throw this heifer in Diana. So this episode, the ladies were having Thanksgiving. So Renna is back in LA, in California, Hollywood, Beverly Hills. She's back. And, you know, she is going to visit Miss Diana Jenkins. Again, bravo, Andy. Can you guys, you know, just snatch Diana's diamond and give it to Sharif? Is it Sharif? I was about to say the wrong last name. Cherie Zampino. What is her last name now, you guys? It's Zampino, isn't it? Because I be wanting to say Fletcher so badly, but I think that was her. I think that was her ex-husband's last name. Wasn't she married to a preacher or something like that? But yeah, give it to Cherie. Cherie, I think it is Zampino. But yeah, give it to Cherie. So Diana's daughter had her birthday on Thanksgiving. Big whoop. Renna says that the holidays was bad for her, and I imagine that the holidays were bad for her, especially it being the first one without, you know, her mother. Because I remember what the first holiday was like without my mom, and it was so difficult. The first holiday, the first Mother's Day was difficult. The birthday was difficult. Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year, everything was just difficult without her. So I know what Renna is going through. So then they talk about, you know, Garcelle's party, and this is what threw me for a loop, is the fact that Diana is sitting here playing the victim. I'm like, girl, how are you playing a victim? You literally said to Sutton, do you need a new villain? Nah, bitch, we don't need a new villain. Go on. Go. Skeet. Get out. Get out of here. Tram. Amscray. Move. Get away from us. We don't want you. Bye. That's it for Diana, you guys. I'm going to pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Kyle. It's not much with Kyle either. So the first part we see with Kyle, she is preparing for Thanksgiving. She's talking to Maurizio, and she's talking about the fact that I believe it's Farrah who's bringing her fiance, and they're talking about, you know, the table probably getting bigger pretty soon with grandchildren. And Kyle's talking about what kind of grandmother she wants to be. She has another room. She wants to turn that room into a room for a baby, but she doesn't want the kids. She doesn't want to live with her grandkids, because she talked about when she was younger that, you know, when she and Kim were acting, their grandmother lived with them, and when one of them when they had to work, you know, the grandmother would be with one and their mother would be with the other. So she's talking about what kind of a grandmother she wants to be. So then the next thing we see with Kyle is her and Maurizio are having the Kemsleys over for dinner. And I had already saw this scene. It circulated on Twitter and Instagram. You know, like OMFG Reality, they posted it. So this is a scene where they are talking about the party, and they're talking about how they're liking seeing this Erica that we're getting. I'm like, so you like seeing your friend sloppy drunk? I would never want to see. I mean, it's cool when you on vacation and when you having a good time, but not to the extent that Erica is doing. And then they're talking about the fact that Erica told Garcelle's son to get the fuck out. You got Kyle laughing, you got Dorit laughing, and you got Maurizio and PK laughing. I'm like, that's not funny. She told a 14-year-old, a boy, to get the fuck out. And it was very harsh how she said it. Now, if Erica had said it in a different tone, with a different tone, and not said and not used fuck, she could have playfully said it to Jax, like, Jax, it's women in here. Come on, get out. You know, there are many ways that you can say that, and it has the same meaning without being so, number one, being so vulgar. That was vulgar. Get the fuck out. And it's just how it was, her tone. The tone in which she said it was really off-putting. But you guys can definitely let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. I know Kyle has made a post about she wasn't laughing about that situation. I don't know if you weren't laughing about that, Kyle, what were you laughing at? Like, I just want to know what Kyle was laughing at. I really would love to know what Kyle was laughing at. Like, I don't get it. But hey, so where are we at? That's really it. So let's pause here, you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and move forward. So next up, you guys, we have Sutton. So we see Sutton, she and Kyle, they're out for dinner, lunch, something like that. I don't know what they were out for, but Kyle wants to talk to Sutton about the party. And Sutton is basically telling Kyle, like, me and Diana, we were having that conversation. It was basically an A and B conversation, but you came in and saw your way into the conversation, and you didn't really know what we were talking about, and you kind of you took it and you flipped it. And then Kyle said, well, yeah, I didn't know what you guys were talking about. Then why did you insert yourself? And this is coming from someone who actually does like Kyle. I like Kyle, but the Kyle that the producer Kyle, the shit stirrer Kyle, I'm not. And I know Kyle's been doing this for years, but in these last 2 seasons, I haven't really been here for Kyle with the shit that she's doing. And especially when, like, in this situation with Sutton, it just didn't make a lick of sense. Sutton and Diana were having a conversation. Diana was really the one who got the shit started. Sutton was just finishing the conversation with her. And once again, I am defending Sutton, a person I don't care for. I'm defending Sutton's track. And if anybody is new here and you guys are wondering why I say I don't like Sutton, let me explain it. It's nothing personal against Sutton. It's for me, being someone from the South and know how Southern belles are, that most of them are typically pretty racist. They don't like people who look like this. So that's the reason why I don't see it for Sutton, is because of the Southern belle persona that she puts on. If Sutton just throws away that whole Southern belle persona, I could slightly like her. It's just that Southern belle persona that I just don't rock with. That's it. But so Kyle, to me personally, that apology that Kyle gave to Sutton, it was half-assed. It was a half-assed apology. You guys can feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So then, the end of the episode, we see Sutton. So Sutton has invited all the ladies over to her home so that they can see it. So we see Garcelle and Cherie. Before they go to the party, they're talking, and Garcelle is talking about the situation with Erica and how she needs to have a conversation with Erica, and she doesn't want Erica to be, 2 sheets to the wind or 3 sheets to the wind. Hell, maybe even 4 sheets to the wind. Hell, she don't even want her to be half of a sheet to the wind. So she just wants to have a conversation with Erica about, what she said to Jax. I'm all here for it. I am all here for it. So then we get to the party. So everyone is showing up to the party. We got Garcelle and Cherie are coming. Crystal's there. No Kathy. I'm noticing we have not. We're episodes in and we have yet to see Kathy. But I also do know that some in filming, I know Kathy hadn't signed on. I know she was still negotiating her contract. So I don't think Kathy, at this point, I don't think Kathy had signed her contract to return when they were filming, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so we got Crystal, we got Kyle, Garcelle, Cherie, Renna, Erica, of all people. I was like, Erica, and Dorit. So we got the gang. The gang's all here, minus one person. Guess who that one person is? Pretty obvious. It is going to be our new girl, aka Diana. She wasn't feeling good. I was like, some of his bed rest wasn't feeling good. Okay. And so They sit down at one point, and Jesus the Christ, long-winded as Dorit, she gotta bring up that damn robbery. If you guys go look at my Twitter page, I posted a meme. It is a man with a stick, and he is beating a damn unlived horse, and it's Dorit. I'm just like, Dorit, oh my God. It's just, he just hitting that motherfucking horse. I'm like, damn, Dorit, girl, we get it. She's talking about she can't drive. I'm like, you can't drive. They did not break into your car and hold you at gunpoint in your car. You know what? I'm gonna let Dorit have it. If Dorit says she's traumatized, who am I to tell Dorit she's not? But I want her to let it the fuck go. So then someone, I don't forgot who it was, but someone made mention that Miss Bedridden is not there. And Sutton's like, she doesn't like passive aggressive. And then Renna chimes in talking about, you are very passive aggressive yourself, Sutton. Sutton says, I'm not passive aggressive. You kind of are, just a little bit passive aggressive. A little bit. Sutton. You kind of are. You kind of are, to an extent. But I'm gonna let you. But with some of these women, I will let you have it. But you can be a little bit. Also, something else I want to mention that they talked about in this episode. I forgot what it was. It was something at their table that they discussed. If I remember it, I will. Is it in my notes? Let's take a look. It was something I was gonna bring up. Must not have been that important. But yeah, you guys, if I did miss anything that you guys want to discuss, drop it in the comments and we can discuss it there. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, you guys, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.